Good day, everybody. Welcome back to our Amplify session where we are spending some time with Graham Power. And with today's session, we got two questions for you. And the first one is, the importance of investing time in personal relationships. How does one go about doing that?
Okay, so Greg, last time we spoke a lot about family. So let me focus primarily on the relationships within one's work scenario. Because for most of us, we're spending the bulk of our awake hours at work. So let's say we're at work 8 or 9 hours a day. We probably are at home for 3 or 4 hours and then we're sleeping for the balance. So the biggest portion of my life I'm spending at work. For most of us, that is the reality. So if I'm not happy at work, I'm having an unhappy life. Yes, we've heard that saying about happy wife, happy life, but I want to say, if I don't have a job that I am living out my dreams and my aspirations and that I'm getting job satisfaction, I'm going to be having an unhappy life. So there's a lovely little saying which I've always grabbed hold of, which says that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So I can be a professor or a doctor or a specialist in whatever field, but if I am not showing a heart for you and for the people that we are working with daily, then that relationship is not going to be great. In other words, if people are coming to work because of a salary and they effectively, their whole goal is, when will the weekend arrive? When will the end of year arrive that I can have my holiday? People must have an excitement to go to work on a Monday morning because what I'm doing is part of my purpose and calling. So I'm of the view that we need to ensure that there is a family spirit, a caring attitude at work. We've got a few things which we have within the business. The one is we have a prayer room, where if somebody has got a particular challenge, they can ask one of the others to, will you come and pray with me? And some people do it in their lunch break. And, quite honestly, in my mind, if somebody's going through a down period, even during the day where they're meant to be behind their desk or whatever, for them to go and spend 20 minutes in prayer and come back and have an open and a fresh mind, what a joy. So I like to think that people within our business have a caring attitude for one another. And I'd like to hope that people feel that I have an open door scenario, whether it be the tea lady or whether it be an engineer or a manager that has a personal challenge, whether that be financial, health, family, some or other drama going on in their lives. I would like to hope that they feel the comfort and the trust to confide in me or in somebody within the business. Doesn't have to be me, somebody within the business that can come alongside of them. So I'm of the view that I want to enjoy what I'm doing, and if somebody is not getting joy out of their work, it normally is to do with who am I reporting to and what is my relationship with that individual. And don't let life just pass on in an unhappy and just a mode and carry on for year after year. Address it. Ask that person if you can have a cup of coffee with them and just say, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm experiencing, and so forth. And generally when somebody comes and confides in you or shares with you from their heart, it needs to be a fairly ruthless person that will just send them away without any form of caring.
In that light, I would love to find out what role does your faith play in, first of all, in your personal life and then in your business life?
Before I committed my life, I was not the most pleasant character. Some people may think I'm still not the most pleasant character because I'm fairly demanding. I expect things to happen. I've set deadlines, etc. But I want to say to you that the shift that took place in my life has been dramatic. As somebody once said, if Jesus is in your life and one does not see the fruit, the shift, then you need to question, have you really committed your life to Christ? And I want to say to you, for me, it was quite a dramatic and a radical shift. Not lights and lightning in the room the day that I committed my life, but boy, in the next few months, things shifted. As a contractor, I used to swear like a trooper, and it shifted like that. That I just, it really was something that really concerned me when, if a swear word were to drop out every now and then. And then when it comes to just your overall caring for people, and it doesn't mean you need to be soft. I believe you must still expect a fair job from people, and people like to work hard. Nobody wants to get in the vehicle on their way home at night and feel that they haven't made a profit, or haven't delivered, or haven't met the deadlines that have been set. People are generally proud. They want to meet deadlines. They want to perform. They want to please the company. They want to see their company progress.
Awesome. Amazing. And how do you go about, building your spiritual life?
Oh, sorry, I didn't touch on that. Yeah, so from the point that when I committed my life, first of all, I make a point of every day spending that period, and I block out my diary for an hour where I spend quiet time. Secondly, we open our board meetings and any meetings that we have with prayer. And at the start it was a little bit strange for people, and it's amazing how, whether I'm there or not there, those meetings open in prayer. And it's just wonderful to see that this happens within the. It's become a norm, and so I think that is important. We have a little, the little 4 steps booklet at our different reception points in the different languages, and so that if somebody comes to us, whether that be a supplier, a client, or whatever, they're welcome to pick it up if they wish. We try to not Bible bash. I am quite bold about where I stand, but we've got people of different faiths within the company, so we don't only employ Christians or committed Christians. I wasn't there, and so it could have meant that, if that was a company stance, I may not have been employed once upon a time. And I'm saying all of us have the potential to change, and I've seen that in myself, and I see that in others.
All right, thank you so much. And it is so inspiring just to hear that you embrace, your relationship with God, not just in your personal life, but in your business life as well. And the one thing that I've really picked up is, it's not just in word, but it's in your actions as well, which is, I believe, is very important.
Greg, the amount of people that come to visit me, whether it be clients or business people or so, and then they tend to share something from their heart. And I would always ask them, can I pray with you about this particular challenge? And the amount of people that walk out of my office and said, I've never been into a meeting in which I've been prayed for. Thank you. And I've seldom come across people that would say no thank you. In fact, I need to think, have I ever had anybody where I said to them, this particular thing we've discussed, would you mind if we did a short prayer about it? People welcome that, whether they are committed in their faith or not. People respect that, and let's be willing to stretch that boundary a little bit by asking people, would you mind? And you'll be surprised.
Amazing, incredible. Thank you so much, Graham, for spending these few moments with us, just sharing a bit about your faith specifically. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to our next session here on our Amplify platform.